I wanted to talk about a concept that I don't think I've ever had taught to me that I can remember, and just from like watching YouTube videos, the MSF course, I don't think that they teach this either. I also don't know where to put my hands, so that's going to be a journey throughout this video of where my hands go. The concept basically is just braking, rear braking only into turns. Similar to trail braking is rear brake and front brake. Trail braking basically gives you better traction into corners. You'd think it'd be unsafe leaning and front braking, but really it works pretty well. I really don't like to trail brake. Honestly, in my day-to-day, I'm 90% rear brake and 10% front brake, and I know that I might get flamed for that, but that's just how I like to ride. I'm really comfortable using the rear brake. I feel like it's sufficient for almost every stopping, cornering, low speed application, whereas front brake I think is best used in I need to stop right now sort of moments, and just like chilling at the stoplight if I want to, like if I'm on a hill and I don't want to have my foot on my rear brake, I'll just hold the front brake. That's really the two times that I use my front brake the most. But something that I started doing, and it came from low speed stuff. If you're learning how to ride, if you're trying to get better at low speed maneuverability stuff, watch Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle, another YouTube channel. He perfectly explains use of rear brake and clutch and preloading, he calls it, just giving it throttle just enough that you're getting your RPMs up to a certain point, and then from there controlling your speed with your clutch and your rear brake, letting out the clutch just to give power to the drivetrain, and then using your rear brake basically for speed control. And it doesn't drop you down like your front brake does. If you grab front brake going slow, especially slow and leaned, you're gonna drop. But rear brake in that situation, I don't know what it does, but it just, if you keep it preloaded, it just keeps power to the drivetrain, so you still have power, and then you're just kind of controlling that power, releasing it, containing it, releasing it, containing it with your rear brake, and it just gives you so much control. So with that same concept, I started applying that to my cornering. This is, I think, a safe way to go a little bit faster into turns, still within your comfortability level, a little bit faster into turns, and lean, and then not run the risk of dumping the bike by grabbing front brake. The concept basically is the same as trail braking, where trail braking, you brake, front and rear into the apex of the turn, and then release and throttle out of your turn, right? At the apex, so if this is your turn, braking, release brakes, throttle, right? So same exact concept, just use your rear brake. This is a super long video just to say, try using your rear brake even a little bit in turns, and I guarantee you that it will change the way that you turn and the way that you corner. It gives you so much more confidence, in the same way that if you go do low speed maneuverability stuff and you start using your rear brake, and all of a sudden, man, I can get so much farther over, I can lean so much farther, and I can go slower but still feel like I'm in control of the bike and I'm not going to drop it. Same exact concept, just apply that to your corners, to your cornering, and I guarantee you that you'll have a much better time cornering and a funner time cornering. You'll be less scared going into corners. Basically, that's the whole concept, is rear brake into your corners just like you would trail braking, rear brake into the apex, and then release rear brake, give a little throttle out of your corner. I guarantee you it'll transform your cornering. I was at the tail of the Dragon with a couple buddies of mine. The tail itself is very like switchbacky if you've ever ridden it, but a lot of the roads around that area as well, also very switchbacky. even more so than the tail. It'll be a mountain road and you're going down a mountain road and you're going sharp corners. And I already had been using this concept of rear braking and cornerings, and my cornering was much tighter than the two dudes I was riding with. And we had Cardos on, and as I was watching them take their turns really wide, I was like, guys, try using your rear brake a little bit in these corners. And instantly it was a massive improvement on both their parts. Our cornering got a lot tighter. And it was a trip. I wasn't filming YouTube stuff at the time, but as we were there a couple days and kind of got used to those switchbacks, all of us got a lot better at taking those just a little bit sharper, a little bit faster than 5 miles an hour. And by the end of the trip, we were doing really, really well. But that one moment of telling them, hey, use your rear brake in these corners was an absolute game changer for them. So I encourage you, try using your rear brake a little bit, see if it helps you. And again, it might work better for me because I have the drum brake. It's a little bit squishier. If you have the disc brakes, they might want to grab a little bit more, and you don't want to give it too much in corners. So just kind of feather it, just feel it out, just enough where it grabs and you kind of feel a little bit more control in those corners. So if you disagree, feel free, write me in the comments. We'll have a discussion, we'll talk about it. I understand that it's not for everybody, but it's what works for me. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. My pegs are like starting to get ground away because I scrape pegs so much. That's my right side. Left is a little bit better. Looks like I'm not scraping as much on the left, but I still got this there.